científico inventor del sistema de agua-níquel, doctorado en ingeniería mecánica, doctorado en ciencia y biotecnología de alimentos y magíster en medicina alternativa, presidente de la Sociedad Coreana de Energía Sutil Aplicada, director de la Sociedad Coreana de Medicina Integrativa y asesor del Instituto de Ciencia y Tecnología de Corea, autor de los libros Estructura Molecular Milagrosa de las Aguas y Fisiología y Salud del Agua. Recibamos al Dr. Walter Kim.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? This is Dr. Walter Kim from Korea. I'm happy to talk with you for Nikken Expo Conciencia 2022. Today, my title is What is Nikken's Water? So first, my topic is human bodies to essential elements. So alkalinity and acidity. We have been emphasizing alkaline water's importance for our body's alkalinity, stability of average pH 7.2, 7.5, especially for blood pH level. If pH level changes by only 10%, our body will have several critical problems. Nikken's most water filtration systems supply proper alkaline water for your health. Let's see the chart. There are body fluid, also physiological pH level. For example, blood is 7.2, 7.5. In case of gastric juice, is 0.27 to 2 is a strong acidity pH level. But in case of pancreatic juice is 8.0 to 9. Why so alkalinity? Because after digestion, the food becomes a strong acidity condition. So to neutralize these kinds of pH level to alkalinity, our body try to keep alkalinity condition. So most of the body inside keeps a slight alkalinity. Why are modern people easily exposed to acidic status? Because junk food, excess sugars, and preserved food items, as you see with the photo, so contribute to forming acidity in the body, which, according to a report published in BMJ Open Journal, could give rise to kidney stones, hypertension. Alkaline water helps maintain a healthy pH level, thereby improving such diseases and your vitality and the overall health too. So, as you see in the chart, most of delicious and favorite foods just stay in the acidity pH level. However, in case of fruits and vegetables, they stay at the alkalinity condition. So we need the foods, the balance to take it. What produces acidic gas inside the body in addition to acidic food? There is another possible cause for the inner body pH to become acidic. Cells breathe oxygen to make energy, glow, and replicate by taking in oxygen and nutrients. When cell inhales Oxygen is turned to carbon dioxide to be discharged out during your respiration process. We call it cellular respiration. However, if such CO2 is increased in body cells, your inner body's pH balance can be broken because CO2 is an acidic gas, which means your cell is constantly producing acidic gas. Sometimes the doctor may check your body pH balance through such a CO2 test from the blood. We call it ABG analysis, arterial as bicarbonate test. Let's see the details. Process how inhaled oxygen to change to carbon dioxide and diffused in blood to be exhaled through respiration. So, through the picture, water is observed in the body, and the carbon dioxide diffuses into red blood cells to leave the capillaries to venules, then the veins leading to the heart. So, let's see the test if people actually inhale CO2 and that it is acidic compared to normal tap water. Especially for blood pH level, it is very important to keep slight alkalinity of pH 7.2, 7.5. So let's look the photo. Under the microscope, this is what your blood cells looking like, which would be yours. For example, healthy blood, alkaline and hydrate, but unhealthy blood, acidic and dehydrate. Now let's study more about the antioxidant and the ROS. There is a so-called reactive oxygen species which are produced whenever your body cells breathe, which is similar to how CO2 is generated during body cell respiration. So while oxygen is very important for our survival, oxygen converts to both acidic gas CO2 and the critical ROS during cellular respiration. So how do we understand between reactive oxygen and normal oxygen? Normal oxygen is an absolute key factor for human health and body cells. Its major role is energy production in the body cell along with nutrients from food. However, as explained in above, when such body cells use oxygen, oxygen is constantly converted into reactive oxygen species and CO2. Unfortunately, people cannot avoid exposure to acidic gas and destructive reactive oxygen species. ROS is not oxygen, so its chemical formula and name are quite different from normal oxygen as follows. Oxygen, peroxide, hydroxyl radical, hydrogen peroxide. These kinds of three, peroxide, hydroxyl radical, and hydrogen peroxide, is very serious free radicals as ROS. Then, why ROS is so harmful? Chemically, reactive oxygen species are quite unstable, which means they always want to return to stable oxygen states. In order for ROS to go back to the stable oxygen states, They deprive 1 to 3 electrons from neighboring body cells and molecules. This depriving of electron is called oxidation and result in the neighboring cells being destroyed as they lose their electrons. However, ROS can return to normal and stable oxygen state, which is called reduction. That's why oxidation and reduction are very important for most of people's health and immune system, and could be the causes for hundreds of diseases, including many cancers, because ROS is constantly destroying body cells and causing inflammation. Some doctors compare ROS to atomic bombs in the body, as their harm in causes could be very critical. It is one of the biggest reasons Nikken has introduced the hydrogen water, which produces unique and powerful anti-ROS water that neutralizes ROS. Now we can understand with pictures what it is. You can see the very clear states, normal, healthy, or new cell, and abnormal, dying or destructed cell by oxidation. So the reason why damaged by oxidative ROS. Now let's discover Nikken's products play a role. First, alkalinity. Nikken's water from Pi Water, Waterfall, and Optimizer have been supplying proper alkaline water, which helps keeping pH balance. Difference between Pi Water and Waterfall. Waterfall has around 7 times better alkaline pH level than Pi Water. Of course, Pi Water is also a great supply of alkaline water, so it depends upon users' choice. Okay, second, reduction power against ROS. We could not stop body cells from producing ROS, but we may reduce the ROS level through antioxidant water. Of course, people can eat antioxidant fruits and supplements, but if we can drink antioxidant water on a daily basis, it can be the best and the easiest way for people to keep their body healthy. Pi Water and Waterfall has a proper antioxidant power water, so anytime water's oxidation level can be decreased sharply. Waterfall has a 10 to 20% better reduction power than Pi Water, for your information. So we have a special device as optimizer has two functions. First, alkaline water. Second, reduction power as an antioxidant like pine water and waterfall. But there are two additional big benefits. First, one is a strong microclustered water to be easily absorbed by body cells with pine water and waterfall. Optimizers' other benefit is mineral ion, for example, magnesium and calcium from pyline. Mineral ions are very important for maintaining a healthy and functional body. One of the easiest way to check a mineral content in water is through electric conductivity test. That is, if the water has dissolved mineral ions, the light bulb will be turned on and will stay brighter than water with less minerals. As you can see in left picture, optimized water turns on the right while our water does not, because our water does not have any dissolved mineral ion in the water. And what is hydrogen-rich water made by hydrogen? As explained earlier, ROS is constantly produced in the body and destroys body cells. ROS has been the cause for hundreds of diseases, including many cancers. Okay, for your more easy understand, I can show you some table. What is your daily favorite choice? Are you expediting your body's oxidation? So there are negative ORP means good for health, because negative means reduction, positive means oxidation. So you can find the most serious one, is beverages, the Coke plus 500, the ordinary water, the bottled water, around plus as positive 200, but fruits and veggie around 0 to negative 100. But some special the water in the world, as we call it, miracle water, is appears around 200 or negative 200 to negative 300. So you can find now, in case of hydrogen water, around negative 300 to negative 400. So hydrogen rich water is most effective to ROS, because hydrogen selectively neutralizes ROS. Second, proven to be the safest. Third, strong antioxidant power compared to other fruits, vegetables, and supplements. So please find the test with a test chart. There are ORP test result comparison chart. Onion and kiwi, tap water, like that. So hydrogen's biggest difference is that it can convert any water to have a negative 200 to negative 400 millivolt ORP level, which is 3 to 4 times higher compared to other Niken's product. If you drink 2 liters of hydrogen water daily, it is similar to having 7 kiwis or 20 onions. You can see this picture. Now, next topic is mineral. Mineral ions as another element. Actually, most of people talking about the mineral, it is good, we need it. However, people doesn't know well about the mineral inside. We have talking about two essential elements for health, but there is another important element which is not produced by body but plays on the absolute key role, which is minerals. There are mainly 15 kinds of minerals that we know. 5% of the total body weight, while playing a critical roles all around the body. So when minerals are deficient, most of the body, especially blood, thousands of enzymes and 80 billion body cell activities could be furtherly affected. So let's see the picture. There are body physical composition, also mineral and chemical composition. So mineral consists around 5 to 6% in our body. So why mineral ions? Essential minerals are observed at the small intestine, but the intestinal cells cannot absorb these minerals if they are not ionized, that is, mineral ions. This was discovered by Dr. McKinnon, who was awarded the Nobel Prize for this finding. So mineral ions are absolutely essential instead of just minerals. So you can see the picture, metal not observed by body cell because there are any electronic charges, but observable ionized mineral, you see the picture, it has a electronic charges plus like that, so ionized, so can absorb into our body through the small intestine walls. Yeah, this is the small intestine cells to absorb mineral ion only. Mineral, not ion, does not go into the cells, means there are no absorption. That means you remember that simply only mineral ion, ionized mineral can be absorbed into the cells and the blood through the small intestine's wall. Here are over billions of intestine cells are observing digested food and the mineral ions, for example, calcium, magnesium, and copper, and so on. Zinc, and there are lots of minerals, the essential mineral, we have to take it. Then talking about the major mineral, calcium ion, because calcium is the kings of mineral. So calcium's three major roles people do not know about. Calcium is the biggest major mineral as its weight is 2% of the body weight. 99% of calcium is in the body's skeleton, and 1% is moving in blood and fluids. This 1% of calcium is referred to as calcium ion mineral. You remember that this is not just organic calcium in food. This 1% may cause critical osteoporosis, bone deficiency. Okay, Calcium is doing what to make a balance in the blood. Calcium level in the blood must be stable at 4.6 to 5.2 milligram per liter of blood. It is critically essential in order for your body to keep a strong immune system. For example, antibacterial, antivirus, recovery from injury, and so on. And the pH balance as a slight alkalinity. In case this calcium level is destabilized, people may experience many different diseases. Therefore, the body regulates the calcium level automatically at 4.6 to 5.2 milligram per liter level. We call it calcium homeostasis to keep calcium level stable in the blood. Okay, let's see the calcium's another special function, as calcium makes and supports enzymes activity. If calcium is deficient, essential enzymes are not produced and activated. So even if people have enzymes, they are not working well. As a result, we can say enzymes and calcium play key roles of, first, DNA production as a replication. Calcium concentration is important as calcium is initiating and supporting DNA replication. Second, hormone production. One of the most important hormones, insulin, is controlled by calcium. So if it is deficient, insulin is not released, so diabetes will happen. Also, another calcium's function as liver activities. Calcium is a very important messenger to recover and regenerate the liver cells. So you can find through the pictures. Lastly, calcium is bone, nerve, and teeth. A well-known role for calcium to produce, especially as people get old. Bone and teeth are losing calcium, so old people need more observable calcium. So there are normal bones, and osteoporosis is caused by the 1% calcium ion mineral in the blood. If its concentration is around 4.6 to 5.2 milligram per liter, osteoporosis will not proceed. But if it is less than 4.6 to 5.2 milligram per liter, calcium is taken from the bone to keep the blood calcium concentration at 4.6 to 5.2 milligram per liter. Can you imagine how it is serious? Your calcium escaped from the bone, your bone becomes lots of porous holes, bone, as you see the picture. That means calcium is moving to blood vessel from the bone. We call it osteoporosis disease. Calcium is a very important messenger to recover and regenerate the liver cells. So you can find through the pictures. Lastly, calcium is bone, nerve, and teeth. a well-known role for calcium to produce. Especially as people get old, bone and teeth are losing calcium, so old people need more observable calcium. So there are normal bones, and osteoporosis is caused by the 1% calcium ion mineral in the blood. If its concentration is around 4.6 to 5.2 milligram per liter, osteoporosis will. If it is less than 4.6 to 5.2 milligram per liter, calcium is taken from the bone to keep the blood calcium concentration at 4.6 to 5.2 milligram per liter. Can you imagine how it is serious? Your calcium escaped from the bone, your bone becomes lots of porous holes, bone, as you see the picture. That means calcium is moving to blood vessel from the bone. We call it osteoporosis disease. Why more calcium mineral through water? Absorption of calcium from food is about 45% at intakes of 200 milligram per day. So calcium intake is deficient in case only from food. People need observable calcium mineral ion dissolved in water. That's why we recommend drink a rich calcium water more than food. So calcium deficiency causes through daily life. You see the picture. There are many kinds of reasons in here. The US FDA's calcium intake recommendation, we need to have 1,300 milligram per day. Out of 1,300 milligram, only 25% are observed to body in case of adult. Infant absorption rate is 60%, 2.4 times higher than adult. Adults absorption rate of 25% will decrease with age, as reported by US FDA and NIH. So you can find the daily value increases of calcium in chart. Thank you for your listening today with me. I'm very happy with you, and gracias. Adios.